And now they're here. And eventually, Assyria asks the very pointed question of what he intends with them. To which Fargrim gets very thoughtful for a moment. It says, I will not force you to stay. However, I'm not sure if my associates over there have mentioned some of the dangers that seem to be currently, well, around, especially for your kind.
We have mentioned some of it.
I kind of
But
saw it firsthand.
indeed, we will explain the dragon abomination that attacked us at the temple.
The cultists, and perhaps what
Yeah,
sort
we'll
of thing they
show.
worshipped.
Yeah, we'll show the unholy symbol. Basically, put it on his desk in front of him.
Rutherand will try to make a having studied it very, very, very nicely, he'll make a silent image of it. Basically trying to show how it moved and sort of what it did.
Mm-hmm.
Can't add sound or smell, but movement and sort of appearance. It's a good start.
As you give him the unholy symbol, the winged teardrop, he does seem to recognize it almost immediately as he takes it into his hand and turns it around a bit, looking at it. Well, that is worrisome, to say the least. Do you know what this is?
No.
It's the symbol of a god that is not supposed to be still alive. One of the ancient ones, one of the very first. It was said that he, instead of focusing on the material plane as most of the gods did, simply ventured out and explored the unknown. It is said that eventually he went insane from the things he said and destroyed himself. This is... He frowns deeply.
Does this entity have a name?
He is called Kaduka. He stops, then claps twice as the guards salute and walk out the doors, locking them each. The sounds of keys being turned heard, echoing through the rooms. As he looks towards the two blue half-dragons and looks back towards you and says, do you trust them?
Look over to the to Veshi and Indian says they haven't betrayed us or sold us out, even though they certainly had the option to. They could have tried to kill us in our sleep and take over the ship. They're certainly proficient enough for it, but they didn't. He looks over to them and nods. I also do not sense any evil from them. So, in a way, yes. I would say I would trust them enough.
In a way, you say. I suppose they are somewhat involved. Not from their own choosing, of course, but I fear that it might not matter. Kaduka, the lost worm, he is one of the sons of Apsu and Tiamat. Brother to Daka, the destroyer, and brother to, well, a rather unknown minor god almost. It is worrisome that he returned, or is on his way to returning. Unless, of course, through some fortunate circumstance, these cultists are just merely worshipping a fantasy.
No, the abomination was real enough. They have also spoken quite a lot of doom and astral mysteries. He will mention the diary we found and some of the phrases and stuff in there.
What specifically do you mention?
Well, we have it. We'll just show it to him, I guess.
I suppose that works. He reads through it rather quickly. Stops at one part visibly as he reads it again. Mumbles something about sister and island. Frowns. This is... Stops. Looks over to Leandra, who isn't quite sure what expression is supposed to be herself, as she's between panic and just being thoughtful, as she says, I think you should. Falcon looks to her and frowns, then looks back to you. You earned my assistant's trust rather quickly, I have to say. Then again, I suppose you did as you were told, and did even more so. He hesitates. There are things that you perhaps should know. There are things that perhaps you have to know in order to do what I might ask you next. It is not going to be understandable otherwise, I would fear. What do you know about dragons?
There are drugs. They are incredibly powerful, ancient, and intelligent creatures. He seems to think there are two general factions among them, the metallic dragons and the chromatic ones. The metallic dragons acting from time to time as some sort of guardians or shepherds of the sentient races on Galarian, while the chromatics from time to time rampage, destroy, plunder and pillage.
He nods. That's the gist of it, I suppose. Long-lived, especially the, as you put it, metallic ones. Rather capable shapeshifters too. Often hiding between societies for different motivations, whether it is to participate or simply learn. I was very young when I decided that I would do the same. Living in all the different societies, gnomes, humans, dwarves. I did never experience the catfolk society, I have to admit. The jungle was not something I wanted to partake in. I was looking for, pardon me, something more civilized, to analyze and understand. And eventually I came to the conclusion that what if I took what I learned and applied it? And he kind of spreads his hand. This is what came of it. It started as an experiment and ended up as something I couldn't stop. Something that just had to continue. Be it greed or simply the ecstasy that my experiment worked so flawlessly.
Eladar sort of blinks, holds up a hand slightly, and says, I am not sure I heard you correctly, sir. Are you telling us that you are, in fact, a dragon?
Cyril just outbursts before you say dragon and points, he's a dragon!
I knew it!
He pauses for a moment. I suppose there's...
I have a Dragonbane amulet. I'm just saying.
Do you hold it up like a cross to a vampire?
Yes. Ah! Back!
He continues and says, I suppose I could prove it rather easily.
Please do.
As he does stand up, steps a few steps back.
He's about to crush us.
And eventually, one second. This
Can keep saying 1 second after that.
1 second.
After a second has passed.
The token is so vast. That
It is
Yep.
rather vast. As
Hey, buddy.
after a moment, his form shifts and grows, and before you stands a rather majestic bronze dragon looking at you. with an eerily same expression as the dwarf had, despite now having very much draconic features. As he sits down, looks at you. I think you now understand why perhaps I have rather selfish goals at finding out what is going on.
We
Damn it,
knew
I was we knew it. Didn't I tell you guys like last week? I think he's a dragon.
And then in the future, we will see him in Shadowrun.
I did guess on a gold dragon though. So
Those tiny
the
dragons
metal was
compared
wrong,
to
but
him.
At least now he won't say, "Well, your report is knowledge that you gain from." Oh,
Is he gonna tell us a joke?
I like gold. No, I
It's
like
like-
gold dragons.
He's not a copper dragon, he's a bronze dragon.
Oh, if I just said copper.
This one likes to tell stories about old times,
No, that's
No,
brass.
those are brass dragons.
No, those are the one we rescued. Those are the story.
like brown, shiny ones. Ruthven doesn't know the difference.
Yeah.
how
I
embarrassing.
think the fact that he is a dragon might be the most important fact here.
That is the most important.
Yeah.
Thing. It's just my personal like guesses. More gold guess.
He just looks at the dragon.
They're whimsy. I think that's their thing. Like they're whimsical.
No, bronze
I don't
dragons
know.
are like the lawyer types.
Oh, all right. He's a boring kind of
Lawyer
dragon.
types.
No, you're a boring dragon.
No, not compared to non-dragons.
Is that what you're
but-
saying?
boring
Doesn't
dragon.
say anything.
Bronze dragons are like the lawyer banker types.
Oh yeah, they're awful good. They're the
No,
more.
No, let's
they're,
go on.
they're not the Crusaders, obviously. Yeah, let's go.
Oh, okay, cool.
He looks at you, trying to gauge your reactions.
I think we're all suitably impressed.
Tyr is really happy.
Yeah, Elder also has a slight smile on his
Big.
face, nodding. Yes, I
It's like, can I touch your nose?
would be lying if we didn't if I didn't say that we suspected something like this. Tharkilm Eisenberg. I suppose that is not your name.
Well, it is. It has become my name. In some way or another, I've not taken this shape for a long time now. I've had to switch my name a couple of times, of course, due to the lifespan issues. But, well, I almost feel more dwarf than I feel dragon, really, I have to admit. No, but my draconic name, in case you want to know, is Fexel Katar. It is not a name I took, it is a name that was given to me some time ago. And I accepted it graciously. It comes from a place, an island, a rather particular island. The journal you found mentioned something about Kaduka's sister, and in fact her island. Kaduka's sister is commonly known as the Lady of Rainbow Scales, a draconic deity that tends to keep to herself. She has the journal put it rather aptly, a playground where she and her children live in a sort of, it is a twisted terrarium, really, where the children are simply living for her pleasure. It is a fair place, I have to admit, yet it is not a place I would wish to visit again. Although suppose I don't wish to visit again for multiple reasons, particularly that I, on my last visit there, did some things that its inhabitants rather disliked. I would probably get ripped to shreds if I returned, to be completely fair. Yet it seems that it is the only place that is, it is the only lead we have, is it not? I did not expect for you to get any progress on this matter whatsoever. I expected you to return within a couple of weeks, having freed the wormlings and feeling better about yourself, having learned to cooperate, and I suppose you have done that in a way. And yet you return not only with the wormlings, as you promised, but freed some other creatures as well as also revealing quite the facts. What has to be done next is obvious, I think.
Very obvious, sir. And yes, we will go. It was like a lovely adventure.
Blinks for a second, then nods. Absolutely.
For sure.
Taylor looks confused and looks at Leandra. Is she your daughter? For real?
The dragon exhales in what you guess must be a slight laugh. Not exactly.
It's complicated.
Leandra speaks up. No, I'm adopted, one would say. My dear Farkim Eisenberg, as I've learned to accept him, has saved me from a rather painful fate. Seems that my gifts have not been quite as accepted as they should have been by the community I was living in at the time. It was rather fortunate that, well, a traveler came and took me away. She smiles.
Oh, she's in love with him.
But she calls him father, so I doubt it.
It's kinky.
Or she's been like daughter zoned.
Yeah. I mean, he is probably like, I don't know, 3,000 years old or something.
Yeah. It'll be okay. We'll see this thing blossom as a side plot.
Yes. Love can bloom on the battlefield.
He, the dragon, looks at each of you. His penetrating gaze lingering for a long moment on each of you, as what he's thinking about is completely unreadable, as he nods. You are saying that you will travel to an island ruled by not only one dragon, but many, ruled by a draconic god who enjoys her twisted play of playing with dolls, really. Where humans, I do believe, are kept as somewhere between assistants, servants, and slaves, depending on its owner. And you intend to find out what is going on. You intend to find out how to stop it. Is that what you're saying?
Taylor smiles. Of course. Luckily, none of us are human.
Well, we will at least go there. It sounds like a great place to visit. For a while. Then perhaps, we'll tell her about this whole thing and see what happens. Sounds like a good plan.
And most likely make a herd escape.
Oh, it's that too. We should bring the ship again.
Yes, the potato.
It worked well, or I think being hunted by hundreds of dragons would be a little more difficult to escape from.
It is fast, I've heard.
The fastest potato on the sea.
Nods.
Well, luckily we have two in the group who speak draconic.
He smiles slightly. The singing potato, as Whisk so aptly named it, has more under its cover than it might seem in the first glance, and it might be necessary. The island is supposed to be unreachable. It is a place in and of itself. It is.
You really don't need to sell us more on this. We're going.
He exhales again. It might still be important information to you. It will be difficult to reach. It will be equally difficult to leave. Its inhabitants are not stuck in a cage, as they are more, used to living there. They are not trapped. They will not want to escape it. It is their choice, really. They live a limited existence, but
your way of speaking seem to indicate that they are under some sort of compulsion or spell.
They are religious, that's what.
A lot of frowns.
Burn.
That was a burn.
As far as I understood it on my last visit, the worship of the Lady of Rainbow Scale scales has one rule and one rule exactly. It is a rule that many take for granted, others take it as law. It is simply to live as your nature forces you to, and that is really it. Understandably so, considering the varied nature of dragons. It is a complicated place. I make it seem much more black and white than it is.
Would we as new arrivals be taken in, or do we need to sneak in?
He shakes his head. It is difficult. I know that some of the races have their human servants as slaves, treating them almost like, well, objects really, while others have slightly more leniency. Arriving on that island, you would not be accepted immediately and seen as equals. You would have to do some serious convincing and find the right creatures. It is going to be a difficult operation. And it might be necessary to get the support of the dragonkind living on that island too. I know that it is not, as you would expect, complete anarchy where the strongest rules, although that is true in some cases. It does have a fragile democracy system. Perhaps, shakes his head slightly, their leaders are as ignorant as their people, but perhaps they can see reason.
It seems unlikely that we could just waltz in and tell them that a lost, supposed dead god of Apsu and Tiamat has returned and is planning to cast the island into ash and ruin. I mean, if this Kurduka is supposed to be dead, yeah, frowns.
Well, ideally you'd somehow manage to contact the Lady of Rainbow Scales herself, but have you ever talked to your god directly?
He smiles slightly. Depends on the definition.
It is difficult. You cannot argue with gods. At least I would imagine. I have no experience, of course.
Smiles, of course.
I suppose it's something we could try. When we get the chance anyway.
We are good at talking. Looks over to Ruthven.
An argument with a god would certainly be interesting. Depends on which one, I suppose.
Well, if she is as whimsical as it seems, it might be a dangerous proposition. But I don't see any other way, really.
If she is, we might not have much to discuss. Or
he shakes his head. She is not so much whimsical as she is intent on keeping everything perfect.
Sort of looks a little pale as well. In that case, I don't think she'll like us very much. On the other hand, she doesn't need to.
No, she doesn't need to like us to listen to us, I suppose. If this dead god has indeed returned, yes, perhaps she has missed it. Maybe if she looks into it, he shrugs. I don't know. It is how gods react to each other is beyond me, honestly. I'm only a mortal sword.
It is beyond even me. I would suggest you get whatever it is you need, equipment, gear, supplies, and head out as soon as possible. Captain Whisk will be informed. He is, as I've mentioned before, a good friend of mine, although he does not know of my, well, true form as it is. The fewer people, the better. It seems that it has proven rather successful to have hidden this long. But I fear that word will eventually get out, and I may be targeted just as the others were. I'm not sure if I can defend myself.
Nods. I suppose we will make our preparations and then set out with all haste. Is there anyone you would have us contact first when we arrive? If you have been there before, perhaps you have some initial contacts to point us towards.
He shakes his head slightly. I've got in contact with a few. Most notably, I think... Well, I've met one of the leaders of their little island. She is perhaps the most easy and most difficult to convince of anything. She has lost a lot. I fear that she might, at this point, no longer be alive even. It is awkward. When I went to the island, I convinced her daughter to come with me. And he looks rather sad.
And then she fell for that bastard Ermanthras. I hate that guy.
Fell for who?
Ermanthras, remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. He wooed all the ladies. So he wooed the one... Never mind.
But, you know, he's kind of dead.
Maybe not in this timeline.
But why are you talking about
Not yet.
Exactly. He's being deaded as we speak.
But he didn't talk about Aramanthus. Why do you talk about him?
Because I made a funny reference, I thought.
Oh. Sorry.
I'm sorry I do not know more information. I've only learned what I could find out myself. They were rather hesitant towards this stranger, especially since it was supposed to be impossible to reach the island from the outside, just as it was supposed to be impossible to leave. I've disproven both facts.
And I suppose we will do so again.
I'm sure they will love that. Regardless, the less you know about a place when you go there, the more interesting it is to arrive. So, it's not all bad.
No, it
He
is
nods.
not. Well, he looks over to the wormlings and what to become of Karuma, Viraxis, and Asaria.
The wormlings look in awe of this large species of their own kind. I've never seen one before, of course. As the dragon turns towards the three wormlings, nods once, and continues in Draconic. I've before said that I will not force you to stay here, although I have prepared a safe place for you to stay. It will be, well, will remind you of a cage, and perhaps that is what it is. But in this situation, I think it might be suitable to keep as hidden as possible until you develop your own talents to hide yourselves. The door will not be locked, nor will the entry be barred, or you will be stopped should you ever want to leave, although I would highly recommend that you stay. It will be up to you. The wormlings are not really sure what to respond as they are still in awe, simply nodding absent-mindedly. As Farkim, in his draconic form, turns back towards you and in common continues. I've told them that they could stay with me, although they can leave at any time. It is the best I can do.
Very well. Looks around. I suppose we have upheld our end of the bargain then. And I suppose we should prepare for our next sojourn. If there is anything further you can do to help us in the quest, we will of course be very grateful. This seems exceedingly dangerous.
He thinks. I think in this quest, information will be your ally. I am growing rather old. I might have forgotten to mention some things. I can make you a small...
It's like, whatever you do not mention the name.
Oh, what was it?
Oh, I don't remember. You will find out. You will find out.
I can write down what I remember, and perhaps it may help you in some situations. It has been quite some time since I've been there, and my visit has been short. Not from my own volition, of course.
Don't ask for beer, because that's the signal to attack, you see. Alright, sure. We will take his journal entry on the Dragon Isles.
You will get it eventually. Unless you have anything else to ask, add, say, or do, we will call the session here.
Alright.
Sure.
As well as calling a hopefully temporary pause to the campaign. As
yes.
I do believe the plan for next week is to continue with Way of the Wicked.
It is, yes.
Indeed.
It's been so long.
It has.
If you want to still.
I do, yes.
I want to play again, please. I like this a lot, but I want to play too.
Yeah.
Do you want us to add the money you wrote in the chat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we get any pay from this dragon, actually?
Do you ask him for money?
I mean...
He said he would.
Well, I mean...
We're preparing to invade a god
not like
island.
he's forgotten, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I've forgotten completely.
That was like, oh, by the way, you know the part where I said I would pay you for bringing me these wormlings? I forgot all about that.
I lied!
Per wormling. I wasn't telling the truth.
I mean, you know, we wouldn't really say it like that. We'd probably be like, well, we're invading a god island.
So, I mean, is there any aid you could possibly give us for what we have already done, what we're going to do?
It's like, knowledge is your reward. Oh, for fuck's sake.
You learn some important things about each other.
He will argue that your mind is going to be a greater ally than your sword, but he will give you your promised
Well, I would
payment.
take mind-enhancing spells any day. Like, you know, that makes me smarter and such.
He will give you your promised reward, and it turns to be out 10,000 gold pieces.
Yay!
Per man or in total?
In total.
Alright, so that's 2,000 for each.
2,000. I love gold.
He'd be like, this is all I can give you. Remember that you're already over the wealth total.
Do recall, if you will.
So I need 1 silver piece to have 10,000 gold.
Oh.
I have 9 silver pieces and 9,999 gold.
You know what? You can have a silver piece.
No, I'll just sell like a sack.
How much silver
sack.
for 1 gold?
10.
10.
Oh. Then I have 9 more gold.
Like a gnome ration.
Sell a gnome ration. I bought it in Katapesh. Should still be good.
I haven't checked. It always smells kind of funny.
Yes. It's in this can. I don't know.
It says Monster Energy. I'm not sure what it is.
Oh.
I would want it.
Yeah.
Well,
We should monster energy.
I assume then that we would like spend some time gearing up, doing some crafting perhaps, saying goodbye to the wormlings, hoping them to stay well.
The decision on how much downtime to spend on this can be made at a later date.
Yep.
Yeah.
Know that you can take all the time you need, but maybe that might be too much.
Did
2 years.
Well, I'm gonna go.
We're gonna get a.
Do we get a level?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, good. Alright, see you later, guys. Thanks for the session.
I will
So,
calculate proper experience in the coming days, I think.
But we do get a level.
You will get a level. I'm too tired to do it now, I'm sorry. But you definitely get a level.
Very good.
Might even get 2 at this rate, I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Yeah. Come on, level. Fucking gonna invade at level
Killed
9.
a lot of things, Catapesh.
It's Swashbug. It's a Raphael level now. Just move aside. Dragon Isle.
I give now +5 when I inspire things.
Spring break. As
That's-
Boomers want
that's
to
nice.
exclaim. How much XP do I need? I need not much at all, actually. Needed like 3,000 level. I'll add 3,000 for now.
You will definitely get 3,000 experience.
I get 2,999 and 0.9, so
Oh,
I guess I'll just...
Yeah, this will be the session for today. It went way longer than I anticipated.
It
That's
always
good.
does.
but it was good getting to a holding point.
Yeah,
So
that's kind of what I wanted to push for, because with the campaign being on hold for now, I hope
yes,
that there will not be a session from me either way. I'm saying that much.
you're done.
I'm done for now.
I'm out.
I need some time.
Drop the mic and back out.
I do hope that you got interested in
I like this
what is to
Catapesh
come.
trip.
I like the Catapesh trip.
Now we're going to
I-
Crazy Dragon Island
Yes, that's gonna
that
be
I've
crazy.
never heard of.
No, I never heard of Dragon Isle.
But it sounds like something that is somewhere. I know there's like Dragon Isles, like to the
well, there's
north
something
of
called the Dragon
Erysia,
Isle.
right?
Yeah.
There's like Gold Dragon rules everything. It's like super smart.
Mhm.
But I don't think it's there. Probably like we have
No.
to sail through the mist of the rainbow or something
Yeah,
like
no,
that.
no. This
Crazy.
is some like planar realm.
Yeah.
With this like
We're
whimsical.
basically going to the heaven of dragons who never grow up and live in like a super sheltered, controlled.
It's like Peter
state.
Pan for dragons.
Yeah, exactly.
That is super scary.
You go
I
there and
don't
it's
want to
like-
go there. Don't make me go.
Like, well, I'm a red dragon and I worship this goddess, so I just have to be a super asshole and kill everything.
Welcome to my realm of doom.
I'm like, oh, I'm cow dragons, I'm insane. I don't know. I
Fetch me a
imagine it like
goose.
he said it's completely whimsical. That could be him just being like super boring, or it could just be like completely crazy.
Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, you go there and it's like, hello, would you like some tea? For you, I am the rabbit dragon, and this is my bunny friend. Like, oh, right. Sure.
He has that creepy Cheshire cat smile all the
I
time.
really just want to live a good life, but the queen forced me to do all these things. I
Yeah.
worship her as a god. Like,
Hmm.
she will make you her toys too. Just let her attach the strings to your body and like move close to scissors or something like that. Like, oh,
Also, yeah.
it's not whimsical at all. That's super creepy. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't know Tiamat and Apsu had a thing though.
Yeah.
Apparently they did
I did know they were allies.
once, right?
Yeah. And then Tiamat stabbed Apsu in the back, I think. Because of course she did.
Yeah. Like, you only have one head, and it's like slap. He's silver, right?
He is platinum.
Platinum. Oh yeah.
He's the platinum dragon.
It's the best one.
He is. He's the only one too, I think.
Yeah. And she has like the many heads.
Yeah. He is known as the maker of all.
It's a pretty good title.
Mm-hmm.
And she's known as the like many-headed
Okay.
dragon.
Terror. Something.
Yeah. Horror, death.
Yeah, he is one of the... I think he's one of the absolutely first deities. And also the most powerful one. But he's not really around much.
Most powerful deity, really?
He's one
Absolute.
among them, yeah. But he's not around, that's the thing. Like he's...
He's busy fighting Tiamat.
Yeah. Keeping her away. I think he fought Rovagug.
Probably Tiamat did that too.
Yep.
Rovagug is such a badass. He took on all the dragons.
All the
All
gods.
Yeah, all the gods, all the dragons, all the dragon gods.
If this was an MMO, though, he would be killed by players like every day.
No, every week. He
He'd
resets
go, yeah,
quickly.
go back in time and kill Ravagug, and then
Looking for group Rovagug.
yeah, you were really the old you really the gods failed and you killed Ravagug,
Sure.
and then you went back into the future.
Well, at this point, if
But
it
there was a future.
if you like, if in I don't know what like type of mythic level you are at this point in like World of Warcraft, but it's like mythic 200 or something.
Reality bends around you. You've been back and
Basically.
forth in time like 10 times.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really that exciting anymore. Like any person who has a name that anyone would know is dead by your hand. Like Jaina corrupted by evil gods. Boom, kill her.
No, that was an alternate timeline. We changed that.
Oh yeah, sure.
That's actually an instance.
Uh-huh.
Travel in time to change time so she doesn't fall and become evil.
I just like made the joke. I didn't think she actually became evil
No,
too.
No, she
Does
did.
everyone really become like? I think it's
Who
everyone.
became evil?
Jaina Proudmoore, she was corrupted by that time dragon that went insane. Whatever his name was.
Jaina went evil? What?
Yeah, she's in the end time instance
Oh.
in
okay.
Cavern of Time. She's there and being all crazy.
Yeah, if you ever want to see how dragons mess with people, just play WoW. It's all over the place. Everything bad that goes on, it's a dragon.
Fucking time dragons, man.
Well, I mean,
Ugh. They show up. Oh, we messed up all the time again.
at least Pathfinder's not an MMO.
No, but there's time dragons.
Then we go
here too.
raid Catapesh again for more loot.
We could
Speedrun.
I mean, speedrun Catapesh.
We run
Skip
in,
all
we
the
free the
cutscenes.
dragons now. Immediately,
Skip the
don't really
cutscenes,
care about that.
Everyone knows the tactics, right? Oh, I don't know tactics. Fuck's sake.
I got wounded, reload.
Quick save reload. No, just caused a battle rush, you know.
So you're arriving at this city called Belheim.
Yes.
Oh, all the backtracking.
Does Aki's level follow Tiru's?
Yes.
You can look at the animal companion sheet for her thing. Well, do you have the feet boon companion? Because if not, she's like a couple levels below you.
I don't have that.
Then she's 3 levels below you.
And we're level 8 now.
8. So
At
she
least,
would be
yes.
level 5.
Okay.
Oh, 8 hit points. Very nice. I'm rolling good. Look at that.
Yeah, I would like to, as always, ask how did you like the session? What did you like? What did you not like?
I liked many things.
I like the session.
I enjoyed something I enjoyed, and I think Manakai can appreciate this as well, is the custom-made handcrafted maps. Because that takes time. And it was nice seeing some time put into that.
I felt like we very often knew where we were going.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't run out of clues or
No.
Bruce had some idea about something.
Yeah. Good pace. We had inklings where to go next. Never stood around being like, I don't know.
Our
Would you say
characters,
that kind of style was too linear or just right?
I didn't feel it was linear. We decided where to go.
For the part where we were in the adventure, I mean, our mission was kind of straightforward at this point. We need to find the kids, and at that point we don't really want to stand around and be like, oh, we don't know where to go, because we're kind of on the chase, like we're hunting these people, and time is of the essence. That's when you need to keep the pace up. So I thought it was very good.
Yeah.
The worst thing is like, oh, you need to hurry, and then you don't like give the players enough info, and they're like, we don't really what? Where do we go?
Two. To get to Ross. No,
I thought it was good.
I must say though that one thing, if I mean you know like criticism the most, right? So I don't
Yes.
have a lot, so I kind of have to dig for it. So I take it with a grain of salt. But story-wise, our characters only succeeded because they were incredibly lucky. The cat folks had a beef with just the right person we needed to do just the one thing we could do.
I mean, it's a story contrivance.
Like, yeah, we showed up exactly when we needed to, like, which is fine because the Lady of Luck is really with us, you know. But, you know, sort of, yeah, it was certainly luck that we made it in such a way. You know, we didn't really ourselves go searching for this person who would be able to lead us through the desert. We probably wouldn't have, I don't think, if he hadn't been mentioned somehow.
Yeah. The thing was, the sandstorm was so trumped up to be
Impossible.
impossible.
traverse.
So it was. I think we all viewed it as like, oh yeah, we can't even.
It's a wall.
Yeah, it's a wall. It's like don't even go there.
Invisible wall.
Yeah, it was basically
Not
an invisible
quite.
wall. Well, it was blocking the area.
Like a magma sea.
Yeah.
You don't swim out there because you die, and that's dumb. Yeah.
I still want to know what's behind that fucking salt lake.
Oh, right, the salt lake. Yes.
That's probably nothing.
Oh, yeah,
just a
okay.
red herring.
But what if there there might be something out there? It's a salt lake. There was a boat.
Mm-hmm.
A
stone
a
boat.
stone boat built by Dwargar.
Well, it didn't stick around, so it probably weren't that exciting.
Uh-huh.
I mean, the boat is on this side, right?
Yeah.
So that means they left.
What did they leave on the other side, though? What a fantastic thing.
Yeah. Lots of dragons.
Lots of dragons.
High fantasy setting, clearly.
Too many?
No, I like it.
We have
They
6.
they don't come in without reason.
We have 6 confirmed dragons.
They don't come in without reason, which is good. Like seeing the tail being used for a monster thing. Cultists were maybe a little generic. I would have maybe missed them or something, but like it was said that they were like Saren Ray people who had betrayed the place.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a little bit more.
Would have a little more Saren Ray aesthetic to it, perhaps. I kind of like, I don't know, maybe we just didn't find the traitor Saren Ray people, or some of them were sent home to their families and such. So maybe not all of them became like traitors. Maybe they just sort of lost their faith and left. Which is also a possibility. Some of the fights were slightly a bit easy.
I would like
is okay.
to tell you that you were average party level 7, which means a CR of 10 would have been challenging. All the fights were CR 11 and higher.
All the fights? Even the one in
all the
like
fights.
against with the hyenas and stuff?
All the fights were CR 11 or higher. You are just a bit,
I guess we're playing in a high fantasy dragon campaign, and
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
we
just-
don't have the 15 point buy. That does a lot.
There will be situations where I can't hit the balance right. And I would rather make fights too easy than...
Not every
Okay.
fight should be like a slugfest. And they certainly did hurt us. All these things. High CRs, of course, because we have mostly one fight a day.
Also, they fight against the Dragon Abomination. I'm going to break the fourth wall here and say that was CR 12 with double the intended HP.
Yeah.
against the paladin.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, that's what we have seen again and again. When you throw the favorite enemy of a paladin in front of him, he will just rip it to shreds.
It's just I'm already trying to compensate I'm just not hitting the perfect balance yet.
I mean, the thing, like,
Another thing is a hint for me is maybe it seems cinematic to have one big solo enemy, but because like 6 players are laying like all their stuff on it, it's gonna die. It's not gonna get more than like a round.
yeah, with
I know.
Like minions around and stuff. That's the way to do it.
With so
People
many-
who can,
with so many players, one big monster must be very scary indeed to really occupy them for a lot of rounds.
and the problem
Yeah,
is
I know.
a monster of such power can though just like one shot everyone.
Yeah, so
Which makes it troublesome.
yeah, it is better to spare it out. Be like, yeah. One
But you don't need to have like dumb goons like those. I remember those things that cast like confusion everybody all the time. They're terribly annoying. You would hate to fight the dragon with those things around.
I had a
Disabling things that don't really kill you, but just make it really fucking nasty.
I did a similar thing in Throne of Night when you fought the alchemical cat, if you remember that. The cat was the big enemy, but then I added a lot of smaller, like Cherokee, to sort of.
We almost got murdered. That
Yeah,
one.
well, you almost-
Yeah, there was also the fight with the what was it? The dinosaur and like the mine.
yes, where you basically went in
Pulled
with like
the
a,
entire thing.
yeah, basically you with a huge gong and be like dong 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 dong, we're here, and then yeah, everyone's rushed out.
It worked out though,
It
because
did.
we had a lot of AoE attacks,
Certainly,
which was good. So
certainly.
all the channeling.
By
Yeah,
the way,
in terms of difficulty, I know that one enemy, unless it's ridiculously overpowered, will always just die. I just didn't expect it to happen so quickly.
yeah, I was
just-
fully buffed. Just
Fully buffed paladin plus smite plus a bard.
yep.
Oh boy.
Means
Jake's character's not bad either.
Yeah, Jake's character is really good.
But then again, if you can actually use those paladin buffs, they're crazy good. You just never use them because it's stand action to cast them, and they just only last round. It's like it just doesn't work. But he can get like it can get it consistently. The fervor points, it's so good, so good. Probably the most powerful thing the warrior priest can even do. But like when he can do like the ones that grow him and give him instant haste and like +8 strength and shit.
Divine might.
Gonna get mad, yeah. Righteous mad, might as well.
Aspect of the deity.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Greater visage of the deity.
Yeah.
Yeah, these things are gonna be nuts.
You wouldn't
When
need
then you can bestow grace on him sometime
Yeah.
to give him paladin powers, and then he'll just
I will get. I mean, at level 11, I get the Aura of Justice.
yeah.
Give smite to everyone.
Yeah, and then these dragons are gonna fall.
Yeah. It's like, aha! 3 black dragons show up. Well,
Yeah, I can't compete with that.
dragons. Well,
in the
you're
future,
giving us-
I'll have you fight the Great Worm Black Dragon with his 15 young adult Black Dragon
Basically.
wormlings.
We're fighting Chargamanians.
Maybe, like, so we harvest the dragon scales. Yeah. All the money.
But I mean, the amount of damage Ruthven does indirectly via us is probably pretty good, because that plus all that plus
it's
2 hit
okay.
damage helps a lot.
I think it's pretty good, yeah. But then again, I basically don't do any damage myself. Like I could try, but I'm just not. Especially my bird's not healthy enough to try. Like I have AC, but if I go melee, then I probably end up losing.
Can
more
cast
than I
spells
win.
normally while performing, though.
Yeah, but it's a standard action to start the performance.
Yeah, but
Since I've been interrupted pretty much every turn.
Sure, but you can keep it going and cast spells. That's
Yeah, I know. It's a free action to keep going.
Well, either way, I hope you are happy with how things turned out. I did hope for the Soul Calibur adventure to take more than 2 sessions, but I didn't really want to artificially change the pace.
No, you really shouldn't. If you notice that
It could have taken 3, but we've taken these fairly long.
Sheep,
Yeah?
I have a question. Because Aki's gonna get a feat, and can Aki... There you're at the bottom of the list. Can Aki take this feat?
There is
This
a list
feat.
on the animal companion page with feats that animal companions can take.
Yeah, and
That is a feat that is specifically for familiars. I
Well,
don't think it
it's-
works for animal companions.
well, it's on the animal feats, and it says FYI there are feats just for animals. Here are a few, and Master of Your Kind is one of them.
Let me check.
I can send you the link right here.
Oh yeah, it is. There are feats just for companions or animals. Yeah, that's fine then.
They don't have that much choice. Unless they have 3 intelligence, which I don't think Aki has.
He does.
Oh, then he can pick whatever feat he qualifies for.
But he can't take Cosmopolitan to speak 2 additional languages. That's just...
He can understand 2 languages, but not speak them because he's a bird.
Also, I'm gonna take a point in linguistics to get Draconic. It seems relevant.
Well, that means that now Aki can cast 3 spells.
What?
Sorcerer bird.
Master of Your Kind gives he 3 spell-like abilities: Animal Messenger, Animal Trance, and Charm Animal.
Using your master's caster level, so that would be like 5? 4?
Tiru's
5.
caster level.
Yep.
It's a level, I think.
Yeah, I suppose.
For a
Doesn't
ranger?
Rangers get reduced.
Maybe.
Rangers get spells at level 4, so
Yeah.
it's
Right,
-3.
right. Right, that's true. I'm too tired to think.
But Tiru can... I think Tiru. Aki can get this,
What's a magic bird?
because that would be pretty sweet. Then I don't have to do those spells myself.
You can use 1 of these per day,
Yeah,
not 1 of each.
no, but
Gain 1 additional use to any of them by having your master sacrifice a spell at the same level. Yeah, right. It'll make sense if you want those spells.
Well, I suppose I will end the episode here. And thank you for watching Dragon's Cry. We will not be back with this next week. Instead, there will be Way of the Wicked, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yes. If all goes as planned, but we're kind of counting on it to do so.
I mean, let's rely on luck.
I can say one thing for sure, it's that I'm going to have to take a lot of time to properly prepare the coming parts for the campaign. As you can expect, something more sandboxy. I'm kind of doing things very, very intentional.
Oh, I'm expecting
As-
Sorry.
Well, as I started with a super linear adventure path, kind of transitioned into a somewhat linear homebrew thing, and now I want to basically broaden out.
It's gonna be Far Cry 3, but on Dragon Isle.
Yes.
Oh god, I hope not.
We need to take all the drugs and then murder people.
Climb
with
all the
machetes.
radio towers.
Yep.
And
Yep. And just
let's-
shoot
let's
this pig.
Let's
so we
instead
can
have
skin it.
like Dragon Commander, but we aren't the dragon.
No, we are.
Like we're the people talking to all his helpers, trying to
Yeah.
influence the dragon to do what we want him to do.
Yeah, we're.
Because all the
Okay.
dragons will have these quirky things like, I just love hats. And this other dragon has this huge hat and I want its hat. We're like, but that's completely insane. We're like, don't you dare. And then we insulted that dragon. We have to go find another dragon to talk to.
and to
All the
play-
dragons, we all want all the things. And like, there's a pool dragon who just plays in the pools all day. And,
And then we get this these math problems like the blue dragon likes to sit next to the copper
Yeah,
dragon, but
yeah.
he does not like to. And it's like, oh god,
they like to eat the fish, but
Yeah.
this guy doesn't like sheep.
we have to help with seating at a huge
It's a
dragon
nightmare.
dinner. Yeah, it's a fucking nightmare.
We go into one dragon who has like a house and it turns into like a woman who wants to have a dinner party with all crazy foods,
yeah.
and we have to act like all nice about it,
Mhm.
and if you don't, it just gets really mad and kicks us out.
she...
Yes.
Animal Trance is not a ranger spell, it's only bard and druid spell.
Your animal companion could cast it regardless.
So it's just count as what level ranger spell?
But
Two?
Yeah, it would count as
Defense.
it would count as a level 2 spell.
Okay.
Alright, ending the recording here. Thank you for watching, as I said, and we will see you in the next one, whenever that might be. Definitely not next week. Maybe. I don't even know. Who knows?
At least a month.
At least a month from now. Probably longer, depending on how long Way of the Wicked takes. But yes, this is for now, this is the end of Dragon's Cry, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.